Have you ever noticed a strange smell on an older person's body, or even on your own, and wondered where it was coming from? Have you asked yourself why some seniors give off a different odor, even though they're clean and well-groomed? What if I told you it's not poor hygiene, but a silent sign of aging that can affect your relationships, your self-esteem, and even your health? What you're about to discover in this video is something most people ignore, even many doctors. We're talking about a type of smell that 95% of older adults carry and don't notice, caused by a specific biological process that can be reversed with simple habits. If you're over 60 or care for someone who is, what I'm going to show you here can completely transform the way you live, relate, and age. But before we get started, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because here we talk about longevity with seriousness, honesty, and heart. And today's content is one you'll want to save and share with those you love. Because once you understand why this odor appears, how it affects your health, and what you can do to eliminate it naturally, you'll see that this video isn't just about body odor, it's about dignity, well-being, and healthy aging. Believe me, the next few minutes could be a turning point in your journey towards senior health. Few people know that the characteristic odor that emerges over the years isn't imagination or exaggeration. It's a real phenomenon, documented by numerous studies in geriatrics. The technical name for this smell is non-enal, a compound formed when skin oils, sebum, oxidize as we age. What's curious is that non-enal has a stronger, more persistent scent, yet is almost imperceptible to the person emitting it. That's why many well-groomed seniors don't realize there's a different aroma lingering around them. Even more intriguing, this lack of perception isn't due to neglect, but to something called olfactory fatigue, a kind of nose blindness. Over time, the brain simply gets used to certain smells and stops noticing them. This explains why so many people over 60, even the most hygienic, don't detect changes in their own scent. And the impact can be subtle but real. Distancing in family settings, silent embarrassments, even involuntary emotional isolation. Imagine a loving grandfather who always greets his grandchildren with a warm hug, but gradually notices those hugs getting shorter. It's not out of malice. Sometimes it's just the body communicating what the mind can no longer perceive. As a geriatrician, I often see situations where this olfactory fatigue becomes a social risk factor. And that's where information comes in. Knowing what's happening is the first step to transforming health in later life. Healthy aging begins right here, with awareness. Realizing that this odor isn't a sign of dirt, but a natural chemical change in the body can change how we care for ourselves. Disease prevention and well-being also involve invisible factors, like smell. And beyond that, this knowledge is a key to restoring bonds and strengthening the emotional resilience of our elders. Now that we've revealed this first secret, let's go further. When people think of hygiene, they often think only of soap and shower. But the truth is, as we age, the body demands more meticulous care in certain areas. It's estimated that over 90% of body odor in seniors originates from specific zones: skin folds, the scalp, and the feet. These spots are perfect hiding places for sweat, dead cells, and sebum, creating an ideal environment for bacteria and foul odors. In my clinic, I say that a quick general shower isn't enough. The secret is giving special attention to warm areas where air circulates less and moisture lingers longer. Underarms, groin, behind the knees, between toes, even the navel. These need careful cleansing with a mild, neutral soap and warm water, about 37–40 degrees C. That precise temperature matters. It gently opens pores and helps remove oxidized oils. The scalp also tends to be neglected. Many seniors wash their hair less frequently, allowing oil to build up. I recommend gentle, fragrance-free shampoos and a thorough scalp massage during washing to boost circulation. Another simple but powerful technique is using warm, damp towels to clean hard-to-reach areas, like the back or places with limited mobility. These small gestures make a huge difference. Making these practices part of a daily routine isn't just about hygiene. It's about preserving well-being, self-esteem, and social connections. A clean body conveys security, comfort, and self-respect, essential pillars of resilience in aging. Over time, this daily ritual becomes a true longevity practice. But as we'll see next, water matters not only on the outside. Have you noticed many seniors complain of dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, or bad breath, even when they brush their teeth regularly? That happens because after 60, saliva production can drop by half. What few realize is that saliva does much more than lubricate the mouth. It's a natural ally in disease prevention, digestion, and even body odor control. Without enough saliva, bacteria multiply more easily and breath changes, often without the person noticing. Here's a simple yet transformative tip. Drink at least 6 glasses of warm water a day. Warm water is absorbed more efficiently, stimulates digestion, and helps hydrate skin and mucous membranes. One 74-year-old patient told me she noticed better breath and more morning energy after making warm water her sacred wake-up ritual. "It's as if my body wakes up along with the water," she said, smiling. Staying hydrated also helps flush out toxins that, when they accumulate, contribute to body odor. An organism's resilience depends on its detoxification ability, and water is the most natural, effective channel. Combined with a fiber-rich diet, hydration further improves intestinal function, another key factor for daily well-being and longevity. A constipated gut, for example, can even alter the smell of sweat. So, making warm water your daily companion is a simple, inexpensive, and profoundly powerful habit. A glass upon waking, one before meals, another before bed. Some seniors like to add a slice of lemon or a bit of ginger to boost digestion. Both are antioxidants that help prevent disease. And speaking of small habits with big hidden miracles, it's time to look at sunlight. It's surprising how something as simple as the sun can be underestimated, especially in later life. Yet exposing yourself to sunlight for 20 minutes a day, before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m., can spark real revolutions in the body. It's not just about vitamin D, which strengthens bones and immunity, though that's essential. Moderate sun exposure also regulates your circadian rhythm, uplifts mood, and activates internal cleansing systems, like the lymphatic network, which removes silent toxins affecting well-being. I often tell patients, sunlight is like a doctor who works in silence every day and doesn't charge a fee. A gentle walk in the garden, sitting on the porch with arms uncovered, or simply watching the sky may seem trivial, but are part of longevity protective habits. Even seniors with limited mobility benefit. The warmth boosts peripheral circulation and aids nutrient absorption. Plus, the sun gently stimulates sweat glands in those who sweat little. This light perspiration helps regulate body temperature and expel skin residues, including those that form non-enal, the hallmark odor of aging. It's a natural process that, when properly harnessed, becomes an internal cleansing therapy. No drugs, no side effects. It also reinforces metabolic resilience, a key factor in healthy aging. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Take a comfortable chair to the garden or balcony, play soothing music, breathe deeply, and feel the sun's warmth on your face. This mindful pause, even if brief, balances anxiety-related hormones and reduces chronic inflammation. Senior health isn't just about doctor visits and medications. It's about moments like these, simple yet transformative. And speaking of transformations, there's real power in what we eat. Few realize that diet can directly influence body odor. Yes, that slightly musty, old person smell is linked to oxidation of skin oils. Here's a lesser-known secret. Certain foods can reduce this oxidation, neutralizing time's effects on the skin and boosting both beauty and longevity. We're talking antioxidants, silent heroes on the plate. Garlic, tomato, apple, cucumber, brown rice, berries. These aren't just everyday ingredients. They're natural shields against accelerated aging. Garlic, for instance, contains allicin, an antimicrobial, detoxifying compound. A simple, effective recipe I recommend is crushing 1 to 2 cloves of garlic in the morning with a bit of extra virgin olive oil. It may seem odd at first, but many patients report marked improvements in energy, digestion, and mood after a few weeks. Berries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries are packed with flavonoids, which fight free radicals and prevent toxin buildup that can even affect body odor. A practical tip: blend these fruits with warm water and a spoonful of oats for a delicious, functional smoothie. It boosts cellular resilience, supports intestinal health, and adds joy to eating, a vital element in healthy aging. Every meal can be an act of self-care. No need for extreme diets or radical restrictions. Just color your plate, listen to your body, and choose foods that nourish inside and out. Disease prevention starts at the market and strengthens in the kitchen, and if what you eat can influence skin odor, imagine what proper oral hygiene can do. Let's talk about that. One often overlooked point, but hugely impactful in senior health, is the tongue. Brushing your teeth matters, of course, but most odor-causing bacteria live on the tongue. With aging, saliva drops further, worsening the problem. A simple daily habit, tongue scraping each morning, can transform breath and even mood. In my practice, I advise using a proper tongue scraper or even a stainless steel spoon. Gently remove the whitish layer that forms overnight. This clears toxins, improves taste, and significantly reduces bad breath. Many patients tell me they feel more energized in the morning after starting this practice. No more metallic taste or intense dryness. And there's more. Xylitol gum, a natural sweetener, stimulates saliva production safely and effectively. A 68-year-old patient once told me, "Doctor, chewing this gum after lunch has become my new healthy habit." It really works, not only keeping the mouth moist, but also protecting against cavities and lowering acidity. A small detail with a big impact on well-being and even confidence when talking to others. Oral health reflects whole-body health. Well-cared teeth, a clean tongue, and a hydrated mouth prevent silent inflammations that can affect the heart, stomach, and even memory. It may sound dramatic, but it's not. Healthy aging requires attention to what seems trivial, and if we're talking body care, we can't forget what surrounds and protects it every day: clothing. You can have a clean body and brushed teeth, but if your clothes and bedding aren't cared for with the same diligence, bad odors will persist. As we age, we sweat less, but oxidized sebum still accumulates in fabric fibers, especially underwear, sleepwear, and pillowcases. The rule is clear: change underwear daily and wash bedding at least once a week to avoid that set-in smell. A common mistake is wearing the same garment for days, thinking it's clean because there are no visible stains. But odor comes from invisible residues: old sweat, dead cells, oils, and bacteria. Wash these items with neutral soap and dry them in the sun. This practice dates back to my medical residency. Sunlight isn't just a drying agent, it's a natural bactericide, eliminating microbes that survive ordinary washing. Caregivers should pay extra attention to blankets, cushions, and throws. These often get overlooked and harbor odors over time. I recommend a weekly laundry day ritual. Play music, air out the room, and let the home breathe. This creates a sense of freshness, well-being, and hygiene, even for those who spend most of their time resting. An organism's resilience also depends on a clean, comfortable environment. And the best part is, it doesn't require big investments, just care and attention. Keeping clothes and linens fresh not only improves body odor, but also prevents fungal and bacterial infections common in seniors. And if we're talking environment, there's one more subtle but powerful factor: the air we breathe at home. Most people don't realize how much household odors can reveal about senior health. A stuffy room with poor ventilation traps invisible particles that cause persistent smells, even with good personal hygiene. That's why opening windows twice a day for at least 10 minutes is one of the simplest, most effective ways to refresh air and boost inhabitants' well-being, especially in bathrooms and kitchens. I once met a 71-year-old man named Federico who lived alone in a small apartment. Despite his best efforts, he was bothered by stale air. After adding daily ventilation, the change was immediate. "Doctor, it's like the house started breathing with me," he told me. Stories like his are common. Ventilation not only disperses odors, but also reduces mold, humidity, and respiratory infection risks. Airy spaces also promote better sleep, digestion, and mood. It's as if the body senses a healthy environment and responds with more energy. A simple tip: open 2 opposite windows to create a natural cross breeze. For those in noisy or polluted areas, do this during quieter times, early morning or late afternoon. Small actions that, added together, make a huge difference in resilience and disease prevention. Ventilation also brings new energy into the home. It invites old, stagnant smells, thoughts, and feelings to leave along with the stale air. Because ultimately, healthy aging starts when the senior and their surroundings are in harmony. And now that we've journeyed from skin to breath, water to sun, plate to bedding, you'll see that longevity's secret isn't in big formulas, but in silent habits practiced with awareness. Now tell me, had you heard about this aging-related odor before? Have you noticed it in yourself or someone close? I'd love to hear your experience. Leave a comment below because your story could help others too. If this content made you think, don't go without subscribing. Hit the bell because upcoming videos will share simple, transformative habits to achieve more well-being, autonomy, and health in your golden years. And hey, the video about to appear on your screen is the perfect follow-up. Click it and discover what no one's told you about the invisible signs of premature aging. See you there. God bless, and until the next video.